Guys, Fyler here today, and here are some clutches that I use to escape from monsters and mobs, and in this video I'll be showing you how to pull off some of my clutches that I use. Okay, so have you ever found yourself in a situation where you've been being chased by something or someone, and you need to get across a body of water quickly? And if you jumped in the water and started swimming, the thing chasing you could probably chase you at the same speed that you can swim. Now, to get across easily, if you have some lily pads, this especially works good in a swamp, this is about probably the easiest clutch of them all to pull off. You jump and place the lily pads below you as you run, just like stepping stones. And it's sort of like if you've seen Dream do the lava boat clutch, which I'm going to be showing you how to do later in the video. It's similar to that, just you don't have to have the perfect timing of exactly when to land on it. You can place it a lot before you land on the water. I did this first try when I was doing a manhunt with my friend, and it was actually pretty easy to do. And I wasn't quite as good as it when I first did it, but that was only like a couple days ago, so it's like actually really easy to master, and it's a really good skill if you need to get away from someone that's chasing you. Okay, so that was a water bucket clutch. So that is there is a somewhat easy clutch to pull off, although as some people could probably pull it off every time. I would say this isn't 100% certainty, because lots of times either I don't click fast enough, or I place down the bucket, and then I pick it back up. But since I'm in creative mode, I can't do that. But then there's no water there, because I placed it and picked it back up. Oh, no, there's an edge. And then I don't land in water, and I die. So I tried this a couple times, but it's not too awful hard to pull off compared to some of the other clutches here. But the only problem with it is that it's almost a probability factor of hoping that it won't, like, not work this one time. So, like, normally it works, but I'd say there's maybe, like, it's like a 50-50 chance that you'll actually land in the water. If you're good at it, you'll probably land in the water every time, but I'm not super good at it. Anyway, what you need to do is obviously change it into survival, because if you're in creative mode, well, it doesn't really make sense to do it. So if you're up on a big ledge and you fall off, you can go to a water bucket, and pretty much when you fall at the bottom, then if you can place the water bucket in time, then you will be stopped from fall damage, like this. So I jump off. There you go. That was like perfect. I placed the water bucket, picked it back up, and that's how you're supposed to do it. Lots of times either I place the water bucket and it spills out all over, and I'm like down here trying to swim around, and then there's like a zombie falls in the water and then it kills me or something. Or the other thing that lots of times happens is I fall down, I place the water, and then I pick it right back up, and then I just land on the solid ground and die. So that's why it sometimes doesn't work, but normally this clutch works, especially well if you're good at it. And there are a few variations of this clutch. So if I go back to the top and I grab some twisted vines and some hay bales. So there are two other kind of variations of this clutch. Actually, there are lots of variations, but these are the two other kind of main ones. So, yep, I just did a kind of a hay bale save right there. And to show you again, I'll just jump down onto these hay bales. See, I lost like 1.5 hearts jumping all the way down to there. Okay, so this one is definitely a lot more difficult to pull off than the last two. So what you need to do is find somewhere that you want to bridge across. So say I want to bridge this out here, and whether you just want to get out somewhere or like something that you'd build like a bridge out with blocks is what you use this clutch for, to do that like kind of really fast. So you need some scaffolding. So just build scaffolding out until it starts falling, and just spam click this, and at some point there should be one that appears on the end. Yep, just like that. Now that you have one on the end, you can jump to it. You should be able to stand on this. So if you're standing on this and you place, it'll just move forward one block. And obviously you can fall off really easily, but the point of this is that you could move forward across a gap. So if I give myself some more scaffolding and I Spam click, yep, there we go. Okay, I actually got 2, so nope, that one's just gonna stay behind, so whatever. But so this is a client side block, so that means the block is only here for me. So if someone else were to see me doing this, it would look super weird because it would look like I am like flying, and no, not because I'm crouching off the edge. So if I'm just standing here on this block, they could not see that the scaffolding I'm standing on. In order to appear to them that I am flying, and if I face this way and do it, it'll move that way. And if I face this way, it'll move that way. So you can do it like multiple times, like Dream, where you run and you, yep, like that kind of. But it's extremely challenging and quite hard to pull off. So yeah, that's not something that I can really do, doing the multiple scaffolding placing at a time. But I can pretty easily do the one where I just place a single scaffolding. Okay, now that I have the stuff I need, the boots and powder snow bucket and some health potions if you want those, just or food or something to keep your health up if you're doing this for the first time like I am, then what you need to do is put the powder snow bucket down. So this is a clutch used to climb a wall, and I could potentially get to the top of this wall, which goes up to the building limit, with a single powder snow bucket. So what I do is I put it down right there, like this. And now when you jump, hold space, like just keep holding space until you place the powder snow back down, and you're jumping up and down top of the powder snow. Then you can stop to do the powder snow again and hop up. So what you want to do is jump, and then when you jump, just keep holding space as you grab a powder snow bucket and try to throw it on the block above on the wall, like that block. And if you even try to get 2 blocks up, that could be kind of risky, but since your head, like I'd be kind of like this, my head would be in the powder snow. So now, since I'm holding space, like I told you to, then you'd just be able to jump and just swim up through the powder snow kind of like that, and still be at the top. So I'll start trying to do this. So I'll have my bucket, I'll go like this. Yep, there we go. Oh, I placed it just a bit too tall that time. But you see the process of how it would work. And for me trying this for my first time, oops, I fell out. This is actually, I think I'm actually doing kind of good. So this is pretty much what you want to do. And nope, I was dry again. But so what you want to do is just keep doing that until you eventually reach the top of the wall. Yeah, I can't go to the bucket, whatever. But so I was able to actually hop up that far. It's only 1 bucket of powder snow. Still a long ways to go before I reach the top. Okay, so now I'm in the nether. So this clutch requires boats, like a lot of boats. So what we want to do is find a lava ocean to do this, and just heads up before you do this clutch, if you couldn't do the lily pad clutch, or at least you couldn't get maybe 5 or 6 lily pads down, then don't try this clutch if you don't want to die. So pretty much how this clutch works is it follows a similar principle to the lily pad clutch, just you have to place the boats at super like at the exact right times, or else if you place it a bit too late, you fall in. Place it too early, the boat will disappear before you step on it and you fall in. Also, boats, sometimes you kind of almost stick to the boat a bit when you land on it, so it's a little hard to jump from the boat sometimes. So that's the only other problem. So pretty much how you do this clutch is, say, an example would be, oh no, if there's some mobs up there. Yeah, honestly, I don't see any mobs, so that's good. But anyway, let's just pretend there were some mobs, like, kind of up there in the forest. They were going to see me pretty quick, and I have no tools and armors, only just, like, a big ton of boats. So pretty much what I do is I'd run out and start doing the lily pad clutch, but like with boats on the lava. So how this clutch works is you try to jump on the boat. So I'll put down the boat so you can see how long the boat lasts. Yeah, like that long. So boats really don't last very long, so you want to definitely try to preserve these boats. So you'll start by just jumping in and going for it. So this probably, what you're seeing right after here is not going to be my first attempt doing this, since I'm bad at it, but if this is my first attempt and I'm doing it, I'll flash some text up on screen to tell you what number attempt this is when I finally actually kind of started doing good. Okay guys, so I'm gonna put some boats down my hotbar, and now I'm gonna start commentating again, because I just did a really good one. It was maybe my 6th or 7th try, and I got out to like maybe around there. So I did 6 or 7 boats. I used up maybe, yeah, probably 5 or 6 or 7 or something boats. So I used up actually a decent amount of boats. So um, okay, we'll just leave him be. So I used up probably 6 or 7 boats doing that, and I actually got pretty far. So try to do this again on camera. I don't know if that was like a fluke or if I've actually kind of gotten good at it. But well, kind of the thing is that once you can get 1 or 2 or 3 down, you kind of have a good rhythm going. You know exactly when to place them and when to switch to place them and stuff. And it's like really easy. So I'll see if I can do it good right now. Like just, yep. Oh, okay, so like it was kind of like that. I just placed the boat slightly wrong that last time, but I had a kind of good rhythm going there. Okay, so, okay, I was actually doing sort of decent that time. I mean, it wasn't real good or anything, but I was actually doing okay, I guess. Anyway, guys, I'm probably gonna show you one last clutch after this. And then that clutch is my all-time favorite clutch. So I'm gonna pop into creative and get a location for this clutch set up, and then I'll show you it. Okay, here's my all-time favorite clutch. So if I'm on the edge of this and I were to fall in, I have no items in my inventory, and I'll show you how to save yourself from falling into this lava pit with absolutely 0 items in your inventory. So what you do is say I'm running toward this edge. I'm like vibing out. I just go like this. Boom. There we go. And I just saved myself in a lava pit. So yeah, anyway guys, that's how you save yourself with no items if you fall into a lava pit. So that was my last clutch. It's actually kind of hard to pull off, but you know, if you're like 60 words per minute gang like me, then yeah, you can pull off this clutch pretty easy. Anyway, make sure to like and subscribe if you like this video, and yeah, you can go over on my Twitter and drop a comment about what video you want to see next, or vote in the poll, because I have a poll going about what video you want to see next, because I'm working on a few things right now, a few data packs, texture packs, stuff like that, and I want to know what one you want to see next. So anyway guys, it's been your boy Fyler, and bye.